Hi, welcome to Strength Reversed. It's Amy. Thank you so much for being here today. It is my last day of winter break. I know, don't you feel bad for me? So I have to go back to reality tomorrow, and to cheer myself up, I thought I would make a video and share the first of 3 decks that I got for Christmas this year. And I'm really excited about this deck because you know I love dramatic decks that are a little bit extra or a lot extra, as this one is. And this explains why I'm not ready for prime time, because I'm just probably going to go for a walk and drool on myself for the rest of the day. I am wearing a Christmas present from my friend Sarah. She's also a teacher, and it says it's on canvas. If you're a teacher or a student, you just know. Your teacher says this about 1,000 times a day, and yeah. And I'm sitting here. I was going to sit on my new meditation cushion that I got for Christmas. I'm really excited about it because a lot of times I lay down when I meditate, and sometimes I fall asleep, which I probably need, but this just helps your back feel better because it puts you in the right posture. Anyway, here's the deck that I'm going to walk through today and show off, and it is the Fablemaker's animated tarot deck. That's right, I said animated. By animated, they mean lenticular. So if you remember when you were a kid getting those stickers that if you move them around, the picture moves, that's what this deck is, and it's amazing. I'm probably the last person to know about this deck, but I'm going to share it anyway. So I saw this at Heart Mind Healing, which is a shop near me that has a little of everything, crystals and tarot decks and meditation and fun things. And when I saw the deck and the sample deck that was sitting out, I was like, I was so excited. You know, if I find a deck that has sequins on it, my life will be complete. Okay, this is the next best thing. So I will show you all of these cards and move them around so you can see the movement in the cards. And they're a little bit hard to shuffle, but there are instructions for that. I do have an affiliate code. If you are in my area and you stop by Heart Mind Healing or take a look at their website, it is Strength 15, and I will put that in the description along with a link to the shop. And oh, I'm just looking at my notes about what I want to tell you before I show you the deck. It is based on TTRPGs, which I had no idea what that was. It's tabletop role-playing games. But if you're not into Dungeons and Dragons and the like, it's totally fine because this is a weight-based deck and it has bright colors and all the things that I love. So anyway, without further ado, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think about the deck in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back because I went to put the video together and decided the guidebook section was a snooze fest. So I'm just going to put it more succinctly. The guidebook is not too substantial. That's okay. It is full color, and it is those, you know, yummy smelling glossy ink pages, and I like that. It does talk about just the theme of the deck and tabletop role-playing games, so if you're not a dungeon master, it's weight-based, don't worry. It talks about shuffling this particular deck because it is bulky. And other than that, there's nothing earth-shattering in the guidebook. I like some of the things they talk about, like intuition, and they do use some of the game lingo, I guess, and I like those parts. They talk about house rules, and how there are certain underlying, you know, traditional meanings to tarot cards, but other than that, how you interact with the cards are up to you, and so you have to build a relationship with your deck and decide how you read tarot and how it fits in with you, and those are the house rules, and so I like that idea. They also talk about crafting questions, and I think that's the best part of the guidebook, because they do give, again, with using a game metaphor, first level, higher level, and maximum level questions, kind of like, you know, when players have a special ability in Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. So an example of a first level question would be, when will I find love? Higher level is, what kind of person should I be seeking? And maximum level is, why am I not content, and how can I fulfill my own needs? And they have a little chart here with sample questions at each level, and I like that. Other than that, it's a lot of very basic information. In their Tarot Basics section, it is basic to the point of, to the extent of even defining what a reader is, which I don't think is necessary. This is a RWS style deck. There are some changes to titles. So for example, there are chalices and coins instead of cups and pentacles. But other than that, page, knight, queen, king, strength is 8, and justice is 11, and none of the other names are changed. They do give some information, a little bit about reversals, and also a little bit about connecting with the deck, and about court cards. And I do like their court card association. So they give several different ways you could look at a court card. So you might look, page might be learning, knight is doing, queen is understanding, king is controlling, etc., etc. And they do talk about how it, you know, it's the usual information. In the Major Arcana section, they give a more extended explanation of each card for the majors, and then they compare it to games. They use the game theme. Primary abilities for the Fool is intelligence and charisma, skill proficiencies, investigation, survival, and then it just gives upright and reversed keywords. For the minors, it is just upright and reversed keywords. I feel like they could do away with this, and I think this about almost every guidebook. Either do away with the generic information, or if you want to do a guidebook, make it specific to the deck and tell me why you picked that particular aspect of the card to be animated, is what I'm interested in hearing about. They did give a little bit of information about the Hierophant card, where the rays of the sun are hitting the people who are the two other figures in the card. And so that was interesting, but there wasn't much information about any other card. So I'm not particularly enamored by the guidebook. It was very basic, and I would like it to be tailored a little more to this deck in particular, which is the story of pretty much almost every guidebook. Anyway, take a look at the cards, and I think you'll like them. Here is the box, the Fablemaker's animated tarot deck. Bring characters, stories, and worlds to life with tarot. Here's the side, and here is the back. Through the magic of animation, these beautifully illustrated tarot cards come to life in your hands. The Fablemaker's animated tarot brings an energetic dimension of movement to traditional symbols to help you craft your own story. One thing about the box that I would rather see is a magnetic closure on the side. This deck was a higher price point than probably most of my other decks, and because of that, something other than the, you know, kind of hard to open nesting boxes would be nice. Also, if I hadn't seen a sample deck out and been able to look at the cards, I wouldn't have looked twice at this box. The box doesn't really give you an idea of what the cards are like. Even though it says animated, you just have to see the cards. So when you open it, here is the guidebook. It's not too skinny and not too much. And the deck is split in two because the cards are lenticular. Each card is very thick, and it does create quite a stack of cards, which I will show you. I don't love the deck having to be separated, but in this case, with this deck, it just has to be that. So you have the two decks here, or the deck split into two. These information cards on top are the same card, they're just on different sides. The cards are very glossy because they have a protective film on them, and it says peel it away when you are comfortable. I still have the film on the card, and I will show you an example of where I peeled the film away. And they do suggest sleeving the deck, which I will not be doing, but I know you can purchase tarot sleeves elsewhere. Here are the backs. I do like the backs. They have all of the elements, all of the suits represented, and they are a true reversible back. They are exactly standard tarot card size. So the cards aren't oversized in that way, but each card is very thick. Like, it's not going to bend very much. The back is very smooth but more matte. But here is the Fool, and you can see it's very glossy because I have the film still left on it. If you peel the film away, it's kind of like that saran wrap that they put on new electronics. If you peel the film away, it goes zzz, 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 zzz. You know how little lenticular stickers make that noise. The Two of Coins. Isn't that cool? Just moves a little bit. I would, in the guidebook, really like an explanation about how they chose which aspect of each card to animate. Let me take the cards out of the box, and you can see you can see exactly how thick this deck is. Here is the deck. It is huge. Here is a standard tarot deck. You can see the difference. I think it would be almost impossible to even overhand shuffle the whole deck at once. So I think you just have to break it apart and do it that way. I really want to show you how these cards move, and I think I'm just going to have to hold it flat like this so you can see, and pretty much any angle I have a lot of reflection. I'll try to move in like this. I think that's really cool how the rays go to the people who are asking the questions. The tail is moving. I love that. The water does move. You can't see it very clearly, but it does move between the chalices. I love the lightning on this card. The water's being poured. I love that. These are cups called chalices. I think the box needs to be lenticular because you would never know that this deck is like this just by the box. I love how the curtain is moving, like there's something behind there. Some of them are pretty subtle. I like how the water is moving in this one. Here are coins, which are pentacles. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like that. It's snowing. And he's hammering the coin. There's swords.
On some of the cards, it seems to be more of a decoration. I love how that is moving on the Nine of Swords. And on some, the animation seems to be a little more attached to the meaning. What is moving here? Oh, the sun in the background. I love the butterfly. Wands. I don't think these cards would be that difficult to work with. I think that people would automatically reach out and touch them. So if you don't like people to touch your cards, you would have to really make that clear, but they're so fun. And they'd be great for meditation. I like that, the energy moving up the staff. And the black cat's tail. I love it. Okay, tell me what you think about the Fablemaker's animated tarot deck. It's a little bit extra. It's very dramatic, and I love it because of that. I'm going to give it a go and use it for readings for a while and see how it goes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.